our audience out there who are tuning in just now. They're all streaming into our stream. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Lokanath Maharaj. Welcome to all of our audience. We'll be beginning very, very shortly our presentation, but just before we begin, just a few words about what we're doing. We're celebrating Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and we're doing that by having over 5 weeks. We began with Advaita Acharya's appearance, and we'll go all the way through to Gaur Purnima, and we're going to be covering so many different topics that relate to Chaitanya Charitamrita, really trying to connect us all to the way in which Chaitanya Charitamrita really feeds our movement. The roots of our movement are found there. The teachings that Srila Prabhupada has given us are all kind of encapsulated. Maharaj, you probably have heard this, where Bhaktisiddhanta said how if there was just one book you had to keep, Chaitanya Charitamrita, right?
Right.
So, Lokanath Maharaj needs no real introduction, but I do want to give one major introduction, because this year I'm very, very privileged to be associated with his service, his new service, as the minister for the Kirtan ministry. So that's so exciting, and everyone's had a taste of it already with the Holy Name Festival, and so much more is to come. We'll be, putting some more advertisements in for that as we go along. And this is not the only time we're going to be with you, Maharaj, right? We're going to be coming back together to talk about Kirtan and the holy names from Chaitanya Charitamrita, and it's going to be a great, great time.
I think two more,
but today,
at least two more
something
times.
very special to share with us. So tell us about it.
Yeah, it is. Well, celebrating Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'm delighted to hear and know, and I'm part of the team now to do the celebration. SPT has organized this on behalf of GBC, and Gaur Purnima is around the corner, and what a better theme to talk about. Chaitanya, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Srila Prabhupada used to give Chaitanya Charitamrita talks also during several Gaur Purnima festivals.
Yes, he did.
He made the Chaitanya Charitamrita as a daily. In the place of Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, he was doing Nityam Chaitanya Charitamrita Sevaya. So I have a topic. I think that will make you is informative and enlightening, and I think that should make you proud of being a Gaudiya Vaishnava. That is what we are. And super excellence of Gaudiya Vaishnavism is the theme of my presentation. Whenever I had prepared this presentation several years ago, again it was for SPT during ILS presentations during Mayapur festival. So then I know it was not all Chaitanya Charitamrita was not the exclusive theme. So you will find lots of Chaitanya Charitamrita there, but not everything. But there's a connection with Chaitanya Charitamrita directly or indirectly, all that you will be hearing. So super excellence of Gaudiya Vaishnavism is what I'm going to be talking about, and I also, I welcome my audience, and thank you, Pancharatna, for, some little introduction, and opportunity for celebrating Chaitanya Charitamrita. So you want to say something more, or you want me to say something more before I go into the topic?
No, I'll just explain that we're going to be taking a tour with some visuals, right? You have some slides that you'll be presenting. So when you get those, if you can get those queued up, and then we'll let you use that as your platform for for talking. I'm going to probably just sit back in the audience and watch and enjoy. And just to wrap, we'll towards the end, we may have some time for questions. What do you think, Maharaj? Is there going to be any time for questions, or this is a good, powerful presentation?
Well, if you want time, I could make a time, or I could cut things shorter,
okay.
or you know.
Offer. That's a great offer. Okay, but let's keep that till the end, and then we'll take some time then.
So,
and by the way, everyone in the audience, if you can please start a watch party, invite your friends, get more people into this. This is a lot about how special the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, and the super excellence of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. So, Maharaj, if you can get your slides shared, get the screen shared, and then we will get it put up as soon as it's ready.
Okay. So it's mostly screen sharing. You will not see me, you will see the topic, the theme on the screen for most of the time. Maybe towards the end we will have a face-to-face darshans and some dialogue. Otherwise it's mostly a monologue. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So understanding the super excellence of Gaudiya.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Maharaj, just before we started, someone helped to get this in a full screen mode.
Hey, full screen again.
It's not yet in that mode.
Let's see whether we succeed with that.
And then we can add it to the.
Well, they said this is it.
All right. Well, let's go with it and see what we get when we. I'm going to put it up and so that you can. Are we ready to start with the slides?
Yeah.
Okay, here it goes. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so as you could see, we have 8 topics or 8 categories, 8 features to talk about, and beginning with the Chintya Bheda Bhed Tattva of Gaudiya Vaishnavism and super excellence of Gaudiya sampradaya and Raganuga sadhana bhakti as a super excellent sadhana bhakti, Golok Dham as a topmost abode, Rasa Vichar, the discussion of the mellows, and then of course Madhurya Ras. That's a super excellent aspect of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. And our scriptures, Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and they are super excellent. We want to make some statements to prove that. And our lords, which we worship, Krishna and Sri Krishna Chaitanya, are super excellent, and the supreme personalities of Godhead, Ete Chamsha Kala Pumsam Krishna Subhagavana Swayam. Yeah, others are worshipping other forms. We have a Krishna form or Chaitanya form, right out of Chaitanya Charitamrita Chaitanya form that we worship. And then Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, super excellent mantra, the mantra for deliverance, essence of all the scriptures, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So, and then in conclusion, Gaudiya Vaishnavism is the Krishna consciousness movement is based on, or the Gaudiya Vaishnavism is a foundation of Krishna consciousness, and that is where we will stop. I mean, there are, these are the only topics we have chosen. There could be several more categories to prove and explain and present super excellence of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, but I think this is more than enough for our presentation here. So, Achintya Bheda Bhed Tattva, Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
So, Maharaj,
yeah.
I'm a little concerned that you're moving the slides, but we're not seeing them move.
What do you mean?
Can you just advance we're still seeing only the welcome slide.
How come?
So,
I'm surprised. Yeah, you should have told me that earlier. Okay, let's see.
well, I was.
Okay. All right.
Okay, now we're seeing. Okay, whatever you did just now.
Okay. Let me just quickly try. Are you? Yes,
Lord Chaitanya's supreme ideology.
No. Are you seeing the 9?
No, we're not.
Topics?
So, no, we're not. We're if you can try moving backwards in the slideshow.
Yeah, we went backward. This is the beginning. Where's the welcome also?
Okay, well, okay, now it's now we're seeing that, but we're seeing it. Yeah. Now we're seeing the
Tilak. You have seen Tilak in the middle.
The 9 points.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is what I talked about in last 1-2 minutes.
Right.
These are the categories, and so we'll be taking you on a tour, one by one, going through these categories, and how does it. Next.
Let's make sure that it's working. So the next slide, let's see that it comes to.
Is it Chaitanya?
Okay, that's great. Now we're seeing Mahaprabhu.
And is big enough for almost full screen also?
Well, there was somebody did something earlier that made it full, but I don't know what you did, but for a minute it was a full screen, and then it went back to being.
That was. So is it okay now?
It's okay. Let's just keep going. We'll keep going like this.
Just a minute. What is this? What I had to.
You can see.
Oh.
Awesome. Yes.
Okay.
Check them whether.
Are you seeing the verse and the Lord Chaitanya's supreme ideology? You're reading that, seeing that? Pancharatna?
Not yet. Somehow the slides are not advancing the way we would. Now we are. Now they're there. So it seems like you're seeing, and we're seeing the one before what you're something like that. So let's just keep going.
Okay.
I'll be with you.
Yeah. So you're seeing the Aradhyo Bhagavan.
Lord Chaitanya's ideology. Yes.
Okay. So this is this verse, which is Sri Chaitanya, from Sri Chaitanya Mata Manjusha. This is part of the commentary by one of our acharyas, almost contemporary of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is quite famous, popular, probably I've heard. Aradhyo Bhagavan Brajisha Tanaya Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kajidupasana Prajapadavargena Ya Kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Prema Pamartho Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhur Matamidam Tatra Darona Paraha. So this verse is kind of a foundation of my presentation here, and in here it says, this is the opinion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this ideology of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is Gaudiya Vaishnavism. and tatra daro na paraha, and there is nothing superior. This is the top. This is a super excellent. And items mentioned here is when it comes to worship, Aradhya Bhagavan, you worship Brajesha Tanay, Nanda Nandan of Vrindavan, you also worship Vrindavan Dham, the topmost abode. And the mode of worship is the mode of worship the way the Vraja Vadhuvargena Ya Kalpita, the Gopi Bhav or Radha Bhav, that mellow is the topmost mellow. And when it comes to the scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam, Pramanamamalam, Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost. And of course we are going to talk how Chaitanya Charitamrita is a continuation of Bhagavatam, and that is even more higher, more top position or essence of Bhagavatam in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Prema Pumartho Mahan, achieving love of Godhead, that is a goal of life, and that's a super excellent goal of life. Prema Pumartho Mahan. What do I do now? Next slide. What do I do? Huh? What button?
No.
Sorry, I'm learning myself here. So these are our acharyas, Shad Goswamis of Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, and Nana Shastra Vicharinaiko Nipunau Sadharma Samsthapako. So the way we are talking today, these are the topics that Shad Goswamis of Vrindavan would discuss amongst themselves. And and we are getting the remnants of what they had been staying busy with. So we offer our obeisances unto Shad Goswamis, 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, and our first topic, Achintya Bheda Bhed Tattva. So in here we'll quickly take you from voidism, different schools of thought. We are dealing with mainly voidism and impersonalism. So from voidism all the way to Achintya Bheda Bhed Tattva, which is super excellent tattva in existence, and that is our Gaudiya Vaishnava's super excellent. Okay, here you see Buddha, and he preached Shunyavad. Shunya means zero, voidism. And you could see the void there pointed out with the fingers, and zero is very much visible there. And then comes Shankaracharya, and while he is still Shankar only, Lord Shiva in his abode, he said this statement to Parvati, which we find in Padma Puran, Uttarakhanda, Mayavadamasa Shastram, Prachannam Bauddham Uchyate, and like that. Kalo Brahmana Rupina, I will appear as a Brahmin, and I will preach this impersonalism, Mayavad, and this is a false Shastra. It just covers up the Buddha philosophy. It's just a little higher than zero or voidism, but not all the way to the top. So Shankaracharya, precisely that is what he did. He preached Nirvisheshvad, impersonalism. Brahma is all that exists, and perfection of each sadhaka is to merge with Brahman, become one with Brahman. So that was the teaching of Shankara. And then come the four Vaishnavacharyas. Here you are seeing Madhvacharya already pointing us, showing us two two fingers, means two, living entity and the Lord, and that eternally exists. So not zero, not one, but two, Dvaitavad. So it was a Shunyavad of Buddha, a Nirvisheshvad of Shankara, and then four Vaishnavacharyas preached this dualism, Dvaitavad. I was thinking that this is also like a victory. Okay, defeated, Mayavad defeated by our four Vaishnava sampradaya acharyas, and V for victory, and V is also for two, living entity and the Lord. And here are the four sampradayas, Brahma and Sri Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Kumar Sampradaya, and there are four sampradaya acharyas who appeared, some 1,000 years ago, Ramanujacharya, and 800 years ago Madhvacharya, and then Vishnu Swami Nibarkacharya, and they have propagated, established this Dvaitavad, and they have different names, Dvaita Siddhant and Vishishta Advaita Siddhant and Shuddha Advaita, Dvaita Advaita. Basically it's a Dvaita, just various names of a varying degree of dualism they have established, and this is all done in their commentaries on Vedanta Sutra. And then comes our Baladev Vidyabhushan, Gaudiya Vedanta Acharya, and he established this Achintya Bheda Bhed Tattva, simultaneously one and different. You can see the fingers. They also point out. So what happened? So not zero, not one. The Gaudiya Vaishnavas are not two. They are one also, simultaneously one and two. So these Vaishnavacharyas, they emphasize this too much. They emphasized because they had to do so. So the kind of living entity was distanced from the Supreme Lord. Hey, stay away, stay at distance. You are two. But then Baladev Vidyabhushan in his commentary, he is making some adjustment to the Dvait Siddhant, understanding that living entities and the Lord, they are close to each other. They are qualitatively one, and they have intimate relationship, and they cannot be separated or can't be kept at distance, saying you are two. No, you are one also. So that is called Achintya Bhed, means difference. Abhed means no difference. Tattva of Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, and that is most evolved Tattva or Siddhant, and that is it. You don't have to, so it has taken some 2,000 years from Buddha to Shankara to four Sampradaya Acharyas, then to Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. He appeared 500 years ago, and in his parampara, based on teachings of Chaitanya Charitamrita, of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings, which he taught also to Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami. So based on teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Baladev Vidyabhushan came up with this achintya bheda bhed tattva, which is super excellent, and there's no further evolution or progress to be made. This is it, final. So, Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Obeisances unto Srila Prabhupada. What did he do? Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharini. You could see right here. Srila Prabhupada, he propagated the Gauravani Prachar. He did propagation, preaching of Gauravani, Gauranga Mahaprabhu's Vani, based on teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, teachings in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And this is how he has saved the Western world and later on Eastern world also from Nirvisheshvad and Shunyavad. Okay, we will move on to the next topic, Gaudiya Sampradaya. And it is super excellent Sampradaya, Gaudiya Sampradaya. So we want to talk about the relationship between Gaudiya Vaishnavism and the four Vaishnava Sampradayas. Yeah, and this is going to be based on Navadip Dham Mahatmya of Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Parikrama Khanda, and as you could see here, Gauranga, in the center of Navadvip, and there you see Nityanand Prabhu going on Parikrama of Navadvip, and that in white robes, that's Jiva Goswami, being taken around and being introduced to the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which are described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So what Bhaktivinoda Thakur talks in that Parikrama Khanda, which is part of Navadip Dham Mahatmya, is that even prior to the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or his Prakat Leela, these four Sampradaya Acharyas, they were all visiting Navadvip, and Lord was, even during his unmanifest Aprakat Leela, he was giving darshan, audience to these four Sampradaya Acharyas. And then, while Nimbarkacharya was on a visit, on a tour of Navadvip, and Mahaprabhu gave him audience, and Mahaprabhu said that I will accept two principles from four of these Vaishnava Sampradayas. And he also said what those two principles from each Sampradaya, he will accept them into Gaudiya Sampradaya. Then the Gaudiya Sampradaya is going to be super excellent with all the essence of the other Sampradayas are going to be added dimension to Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So Ramanuja haite ami lai duisar ananya bhakti bhakta jana seva sar. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Nimbarkacharya that from Sri Sampradaya of Ramanuja Charya, I am going to accept ananya bhakti and bhakta jana seva within my Sampradaya, Gaudiya Sampradaya. Okay, I'm not going to, I hope and expect that you would understand Ananya, what is Ananya Bhakti and Bhakta Jan Seva, so I will not translate. That will save some time also. Then he said from Madhvacharya Sampradaya, Madhva Sampradaya, he will accept Kevala Advaita Nirasan, means defeating, crushing this Nirvisheshvad. And Madhvacharya, he has a scripture called Shatad Dushani. He has some 100 objections to defeat the Nirvisheshvad. So Mahaprabhu said he will accept that, and that is why we hear from Mahaprabhu, Mayavad bhasya sunile hoile sarvanash. So Madhvacharya was dead against this Mayavad, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also cautioned his followers. Okay, let's see, our team is trying something. I hope they are. And then next item, is that making any difference? Pancharatna and others?
Not yet. I mean, if you wanted to try something, you would click on the presenter, some presenter mode, but
did anything happen, or has,
not yet.
not yet? They're trying. Yes, anything now or no?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, I think we'll just carry on. Huh?
On the slideshow, you could click the
slide he can.
presenter.
Which one?
That may do something.
What are you seeing now? You are seeing Rudra Sampradaya at the top?
Yeah, Madhva Sampradaya. We're seeing this.
No.
We can see it. We don't see it fully. That's all. I mean, we see it fully, but we.
Okay. Okay. Now, what are you seeing? You are seeing Rudra Sampradaya?
No.
No?
Not yet.
Why not? Okay. Let's see.
Yeah. Now Rudra Sampradaya.
And now Madhva.
Yeah.
Now
Now Madhva.
Rudra. Okay, Rudra.
Yeah. And you're now we're seeing that, but we see also the
This size.
small thumbnails on the left. You see.
Thumbnails.
So that's
So
what I'm
delete.
hoping to be.
Slide show के लिए पूरे साथ में है करना भी सब नहीं
No, I think we'll have to learn to live with this. Looks like.
We're just going to learn. We'll just live. We can see them. It's just
Okay. So.
not the best, but
So from.
we have a very forgiving audience.
From Rudra Sampradaya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that is Vishnu Swami Sampradaya. He said, Tadiya Sarvasva Bhav, means Tadiya Sarvasva, Madiya, Tadiya, surrendering everything. That kind of mood of Rudra Sampradaya. And then Raga attachment to Bhakti and of course to the Lord. These two features of Rudra Sampradaya, Mahaprabhu said he would accept. And finally, Kumar Sampradaya. Now he says, Toma haite lavo ami dui maha sar. Now he says, Toma means unto you, from you. Earlier he was taking names, and now he says, Toma haite means now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Nimbarkacharya is right there, face to face, so he's addressing you, Toma haite. From your sampradaya, I will accept Ekant Radhika Ashray and Gopi Bhav. So this way, like a Kumar Sampradaya of Nimbarkacharya is very close to Gaudiya Vaishnava. You could see Ekant Radhika Ashray and Gopi Bhav. So Mahaprabhu accepted these features from each of those four sampradayas, making Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya further enriched and excellent sampradaya. Unparalleled or matchless, cannot be matched with any other sampradaya, not even Vaishnava Sampradaya, above this excellent sampradaya, Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Okay, and then we move on to Raganuga Sadhan Bhakti, which is this is the kind of sadhan bhakti that the Gaudiya Vaishnavas adopt, or they go for this sadhan, Raganuga sadhan bhakti, spontaneous attraction. So sadhana bhakti is divided into Vaidhi bhakti sadhana bhakti, and Raganuga sadhana bhakti. So most of the even Vaishnava world is busy with Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, and they stick to that. And perfection of that is they go to the abode of Vaikuntha, becomes their target, their destination, while the Raganuga sadhak of a Gaudiya Vaishnava, well, they go to the Golok. So here you are, there Sri Krishna. So he's still in Golok, and now it's time for him to appear as Gauranga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So prior to his descent, coming to Yoga Pit, appearing in Yoga Pit, Lord is thinking, Krishna is thinking in Golok. What is he thinking? And that we find out in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, 4th chapter, verse number 15. And he says, Prema ras niryas karite aswadan ragamarga bhakti loke karite pracharan. That I am going to appear, well, two things I am going to do. I am going to relish prem ras myself, and I will be adopting Ragamarg, Bhakti, and I'm going good or bad?
A bit better.
So we
Again, that's at least we don't see the ones on the left. That is better.
Okay, all right. So, and then I will propagate this Raganuga Bhakti also. I will relish myself, I will practice myself, and I will propagate. And he says that we find that statement in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Lord has said there in Adi Leela, chapter 4, the love weakened by the sense of majesty does not satisfy me. I do not become subservient to such love. And then he also continues saying, if one thinks of me as his son, as his friend, as his beloved, his equal, or even inferior, then I am satisfied with him. So this is a contemplation of Lord. In Golok, he is still Krishna, or is maybe as a Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is thinking in Golok. And this is what we pray also to Tulsi. Maybe we pray for this Raganuga Bhakti and the Anugatya, becoming follower. One selects exemplary or ideal devotee, and one follows in the footsteps of that devotee and cultivates this Raganuga Bhakti. Ei nivedana dhara sakhira anugata kara sevadhikara diye kara nija dasi. We pray this every day to Tulsi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namaha. And then Narottam Das Thakur, Lalita Vishakha Adi Jata Sakhi Vrinda Agyaya Kariba Seva Charana Aravindo. When I come on the scene, I will first approach Lalita and Vishakha, and then I will take orders from them, assignment for them, and accordingly, following in their footsteps, I will do service of the lotus feet of Charana Aravinda of Radha and Krishna. So this is Rupanuga. Rupanuga is Raganuga. So we practice Raganuga bhakti in Gaudiya sampradaya. And our first acharya, when we follow in his footsteps, is Rupa Goswami and Srila Prabhupada at Radha Damodar, next to Samadhi and Bhajan Kutir of Rupa Goswami. Srila Prabhupada was imbibing all this spirit of Raganuga, and the preparation, lifetime preparation, part of the preparation was now finally taking place here at Radha Damodar, and he's all Raganuga and Rupanuga teachings and bhav and mellows are Prabhupada is including them in the purpose that he's writing in Bhagavatam or other writings Prabhupada is doing. Okay, then the Golok Dham ki jai. Of all the dhams, the Golok is the top, super excellent dham, and the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, Golok Dham reveals unto Gaudiya Vaishnavas the glories and the intricacies and the confidentiality of Golok. Others don't even know the or existence or the difference. What is the difference between Golok and Vaikuntha? They don't know. A lot of people do not know the difference between the heaven and Vaikuntha, unfortunately. So there's plenty of, from Brahma we understand, Golokanamni, Nijadhamni, Tale Chatasya, Devi Mahesh Haridhama Suteshu Teshu, Golokanamni, Golok. Golok is Golok, the abode of the cows, like abode of cows, Golok. Lok is planet. It's a cow planet. In the center of Golok are the cows, and Krishna has special mellow, some relationship going between cows and Krishna. The Vatsalya Ras is on display right here. And of course the Adhurya Ras is at the top of all the mellows and found only in Golok. 3/4 of the kingdom of the Lord is spiritual kingdom. 1/4 is this Devi Dham. I'll just quickly give you a tour. It's a cross section of one universe. There are billions, trillions of universes, and each universe, 14 planetary systems, lower planetary systems, the hellish planetary systems. So a lot of people, I don't want to say, but end up going there, and then their higher planetary systems, the heavenly planetary systems. Some folks end up there. Satvastha, Urdhvam gacchati satvastha. Urdhvam, they go higher. Urdhvam, upar. Satvastha, those who are in mode of goodness. Okay, let's keep going. All right, we went too quick. And about all these Brahmandas is a Haridham, Vaikuntha Dhams with various Ete Chamshakala Pumsam Krishnastu Bhagavadi Anshas and Amshamshas and plenary portions and plenary portions of the plenary portions, they are all scattered, or they are residing in all these Vaikuntha lokas. And those busy with the Vaidhi Bhakti, they end up there. And here is a Golok, And this is reserved for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Underneath there is also Ayodhya Dham. The devotees of Ram, they go to Ayodhya Dham, also called Saket Dham. And then Golok has also different compartments, divisions. Yeah, there's a Dwarka, there's a Mathura, and there's a Vrindavan. And in Vrindavan is further divided into two portions. One is Vrindavan, Golok Vrindavan, and then there is a Svetadvip Vrindavan or Navadvip Vrindavan. And the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, as they worship Sri Krishna, it is said that those who are attached to Radha Krishna pastime, they go to Vrindavan. Those who are attached to Gaur Nityanand pastimes, they go to Navadvip Vrindavan, Navadvip Golok. And some are attached to both of them. So they end up reaching and being in Vrindavan, in Golok, and as well as in Navadvip in Golok. So this is the super excellent Dham, Golok Dham Ki Jai, and only Gaudiya Vaishnavas they know about this, and then they make the Golok as their destination, which is super excellent decision and destination. Yeah, Karmis go to Swarga, the heavenly planets. Gyanis go to Brahma Jyoti, they'll merge in the effulgence. Vaidhi Bhakti Walas, those who practice Vaidhi Bhakti, they end up in Vaikunt. And Gaudiya Vaishnavas practicing Raganuga Bhakti, they go to Golok, the supreme abode, supreme destination. And Raga Vichar, this is quite a vichar, quite a discussion, consideration of ragas, different mellows. There are 12, there are 7 of them are there, but we are going to be talking only about 5 of them. And this is all based on, this slide is based on Chaitanya Charitamrit Madhya Leela, 19th chapter. This is a dialogue between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sanatana Goswami, which took place in Varanasi. So the Shanta Ras, you find Krishna Nishtha. Nishtha is like a, Shraddha, Nishtha, Nishthavan. Nishtha is irreversible. From there you do not take U-turns. So you have, in Shanta Ras also, that status is achieved. Krishna Nishtha and Trishna Tyag. Trishna is like you are hungry, thirsty for sense gratification. So Tyag means you renounce, you are detached, you are full of vairagya. You are attached to Krishna and you are detached from worldly things, and that is Shantaras. But only when you have service attitude developed, you add seva, devotional service, then you devotional service, and then you become servant, right? Because you serve now. You are not doing nothing, you are just sitting, shant, peacefully, doing nothing, not even moving, not shant. But now you are getting into action. Sevanam has been added, so you are das now. And then Sakhya Ras, Sakhya Mellow, all previous 3 characteristics are there, and what is added is Vishrambha, means intimacy or being close or being friendly with. So Sakhya means, of course, friendship, and so that is Sakhya Ras. And So Sakhya Ras is amongst equals, but in Vatsalya Ras, devotee thinks that he is even superior to the Lord, and Lord is inferior, and Lord loves that his devotee thinks that he's superior and Lord is inferior. He's just a little kid, he just says, this little boy, he's my son. So Palak Jnana. That Palak means protector. I have to take care. I have to even wake him up. He doesn't wake up on his own. I have to bathe him. I have to dress him. I have to feed him, spoon feeding, and like that. Palak Jnana. So all previous characteristics are there. Lakshanas are there, and then Palak Jnana is additional, and that is Vatsalya Ras. And when one more dimension is added, called Nijanga Dan. This is a full surrender, no reservation whatsoever. Nija Anga, even giving whole body at your disposal. You may do as you wish with my very existence, my form. So that is Madhurya mellow, which is complete, and it has components of the previous mellows, and that applies to the Dasha. Dasha includes Shanta, and Sakhya includes Dasha and Shanta. Vatsalya includes Sakhya, Dasha and Shanta, and Madhurya includes Vatsalya, Sakhya, Dasha, like that. Okay, and here you see these little Prabhus, cute little 4 Kumaras. One time they were Shant Bhaktas, but then they did make progress, and they became nice dasas, and 4 Kumara, they experience higher mellows. Okay, Dasha Ras. This is practiced in all over Vaikuntha. Predominantly the Dasha Ras, servitude, and lots of awe and reverence and praise, and God is great, and that kind of understanding. And here you see Sakhya Ras. We went from Shanta, Dasha, this is Sakhya Ras. But Sakhya Ras also has, which is called also Vishrambha. Intimacy is there, but the varying degree of intimacy or equality or friendship. So here, this Aishwarya Mishrit. There's a mixture of the awe and reverence is still there. Friendship is there, but awe and reverence is also on mind in the background. And that is that kind of Sakhya Ras we are seeing here. However, this is a Vishrambha Sakhya Ras, which we find only in Golok, Vrindavan. The other Sakhya Ras we find also in Golok, but not in Vrindavan, maybe in Hastinapur or in Dwarika or Mathura. But in Vrindavan, this Vishrambha Sakhya. And this is Vatsalya Ras, now we are dealing with. And this is a prison house of Kamsa, and Lord has just taken birth, and the parents are offering their prayers unto the Lord, who is supposed to be their son. But they are offering prayers. So this Vatsalya, the parenthood, is mixed with Aishwarya. Awe and reverence is there. Vatsalya Ras is there, mixed with Aishwarya Bhav. And but here, this is also Vatsalya Ras, only in Vrindavan. And this is Vishrambha Vatsalya Ras. no awe and reverence. And Yashoda is ready to catch hold of him, beat him, slap him, tie him up to the mortar. So she has to protect. Palak Jnana is there. And Aishwarya Mishrit Madhurya Ras we see here. And this is only in Vaikuntha, all over Vaikuntha. Lakshmi Narayan or Lakshmi Narsimha, Lakshmi Varaha, all those lords have one Lakshmi each, and that is what they could manage, keep one Lakshmi happy. And there's lots of awe and reverence between them. However, here, this is Vishrambha Madhurya Ras of Vrindavan, Rasa dance, and then Lakshmi Sahasra Shatasam Brahmasevyamanam. There are billions of gopis, they are all Lakshmis, they are Mahalakshmis. And Lord dances with them, and this Madhurya Ras is called Vishrambha Madhurya Ras. So, Parakiya Bhave Jaha Brajete Prachar in Vrindavan, this is practice. This Jaya Ujjvala Rasa Sarva Rasa Sar. Sarva Rasa Sar. This essence of all other rasas. All bhakti rasas, Dasya ras, Sakhya ras, Vasalya ras. This is a ras. This is sar, essence of all the previous mellows. This Parakiya Bhav practiced in Vrindavan. And Ramya Kachidupasana Vrajavadu Vargenaya Kalpita, as we heard the statement in the very beginning. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu strongly recommends one should worship Lord in this Vrajavadu Vargenaya Kalpita, the way gopis worship, the mood and mellow that they practice. Okay, I think we need to go a little faster. So coming to the scriptures now, Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam. Srimad Bhagavat is a supreme scriptures because it's spotless Puran. But then Chaitanya Charitamrita is further spotless. And then there's lots of Gaudiya literature. Shad Goswamis of Vrindavan and our Gaudiya Vaishnava acharyas have left that behind, which is of the same caliber as that of Srimad Bhagavatam or even Chaitanya Charitamrita quality, Gaudiya literature. Then whether that's from Balari Vidya Bhushan or Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur or Bhakti Vinod Thakur, that Gaudiya, and so many acharyas are Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada Ki, Srila Prabhupada Thakur, ISKCON founder acharyas, literature, and this is all super excellent scriptures. When it comes to this scriptures, Gaudiyas have super excellent scriptures. Okay, here are the Vedas, 4 Vedas coming out of four mouths of Brahma, but they are not coming out of his head. He is not the reciter or compiler. He is reciting, but the Vedas are apaurushaya, they are Lord Himself, are coming from Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Okay, so the Vedic knowledge has 2 divisions, 2 branches, Shruti and Smriti. The Shrutis are Vedas, Rug, Yajurved, Samved, Atharved, and each of these four Vedas are further divided into Samhita, Brahman, Upanishad, and Aranyak. They have each Yajurved, Samved, Atharved. They have these four divisions. Each one has a Upanishad. Also, okay, Upanishad we need will be handy a little later on. Then Smriti, that was Shruti. This is Smriti. Puranas, there are 17 Puranas, 18 Puranas. There are Smritis, Itihasas, Mahabharata, Ramayana. Even Puranas are some kind of Itihasas, histories. Then Shad Darshans, 6 philosophies. They're called Darshans. Sankhya Darshan, Yoga, Vaisheshika, Nyaya, Purva Mimamsa, and Uttar Mimamsa or Vedant. So other darshans are from Kapil, Patanjali, Kannad, Gautam, and Jaimini. However, the Vedant is from Srila Vyasadeva himself. Now, Vedant is essence of Upanishad. Upanishad themselves are essence of that particular Veda. Veda's essence is Upanishads. Upanishads is further condensed, or its essence is Vedant. And so amongst the Shad Darshanas, Vedanta Darshan is a super excellent, is a top. And then you could see that Srila Vyasadeva, who is compiler of the Vedanta Sutras, and he has written commentary on Vedanta Sutra, and Prabhupada always says natural commentary on Vedanta Sutra is Bhagavatam. Same author. Vedanta Sutra and Bhagavatam, same author. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita we find this statement which is quoted from Garud Puran. This is Artho Ayam Brahma Sutranam. Artha meaning. Bhagavatam is meaning, or Bhagavatam is a commentary of what? Brahma Sutranam. Vyasa Sutra or Brahma Sutra, there are many names. Or Vedanta Sutra. Vedanta Sutra's meaning or is commented upon by Srila Vyasadeva, and that is Bhagavatam. That is a Bhagavatam. The fruit of Vedanta is Bhagavatam. Okay, so we could see how this is super excellent now. And anyway, there's no time now, but very first verse of Bhagavatam, there we see Vedanta Sutra. And like that, throughout the 12 cantos of Bhagavatam, the various sutras from Vedanta Sutra, we find them, or we find explanation. You can make connection. Or this verse of Bhagavatam, or this section of Bhagavatam is talking or is commentary of this Vedanta Sutra, like that. You find the studies have been made and they are available. And then Prabhupada always said Bhagavad Gita is a preliminary study. Graduate study is Srimad Bhagavatam, and the post-graduation study is Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Bhagavad Gita, this bhakti is introduced. Bhakti is the topmost. Yoginamapi sarvesham adgantaratmana, end of the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Bhakti yoga is established as a super excellent yoga, topmost yoga, and like that. And then illustrated Bhagavad Gita is Bhagavatam. with so many examples and historical events. We find them in Bhagavatam. So elaboration of Bhagavad Gita is Bhagavatam. Illustrated Bhagavad Gita is Bhagavatam. And of course, Bhagavatam has the Krishna. Krishna is, so much of Krishna is there in Bhagavatam. And then Bhagavatam has 335 chapters, of which 90 chapters, 10th canto, purely Krishna. And also, fully 11th canto is Krishna. Even we find advanced Bhagavad Gita, Uddhav Gita in 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter, 11th canto of Bhagavatam. So we could see how the progression is there. Preliminary study Bhagavad Gita and then graduate study, more elaborate, more detailed, more in-depth. And also, dealing with the higher and higher mellows. This rasa vichari is there. Bhagavatam deals with the 10th canto, the madhurya ras, conjugal dealings, and that is what makes it tough to understand. That mellow, madhurya ras is a very confidential and not easily accessible, or you can't grasp it because lack of purity or lack of surrender. So some of that is described in the 10th canto of Bhagavatam. There are 5 chapters dealing with Rasa Panchadhyaya, Ras Panchadhyaya, 5 chapters dealing with the rasa dance. And the speaker of Bhagavatam, Shukdev Goswami, he has a difficulty. He doesn't want to talk too much or think even too much of this conjugal dealings or think of Radha and Krishna out loud. And of course the audience is not the right one. So he's talking only something, even name of Radha Rani he doesn't utter, and he has a reason why not. So conjugal dealings and mellow is only introduced kind of in the Bhagavatam, but then what do you see in Chaitanya Charitamrita? In depth. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has no reservation, and of course, his audience is a high class, and this Chaitanya Charitamrita is a even further higher education, right? VIHE, Vrindavan Institute for Higher Education. So this is like a Jagannath Puri. The pastimes of. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita again, the Antya Leela pastimes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's last 18 years spent in Radha Bhav, and he's just dealing with no other mellows he's dealing much, no Dasharas, no Sakhyaras, no Vatsalya Ras, and there's only exclusively Madhurya Ras is on display. He's practicing, he's experiencing, relishing, and sharing that at the same time. So that makes the Chaitanya Charitamrita as a postgraduate study, or even the most confidential scripture, hence most, if we could add one more adjective, it's already super excellent, but most super excellent scripture, Chaitanya Charitamrit Ki Jai. So it's also like the pastimes of the Lord in Vaikuntha. You will find them in various Puranas in general, and then the Krishna's pastimes, we find them, well, other incarnations are also in Bhagavatam, but then Krishna is dominating Bhagavatam, and Krishna's, the conjugal Madhurya Ras is also introduced. But in Chaitanya Charitamrit, there's no the other lower mellows, and it's only the topmost mellow Madhurya Leela that Gauranga Mahaprabhu is dealing with, thinking about, and that is what is talked about, written about in Chaitanya Charitamrita, especially towards the end of Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then Gaudiya Vaishnava literature, which is, as I said earlier, it is of the same caliber, status as Bhagavatam, or even the caliber of Chaitanya Charitamrita. That our Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, the associates of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, they came down from Golok. They are all members of Golok. They have not come from Vaikuntha or from Ayodhya or not even from Dwarka. Most of them are from Golok. And Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, and then you name it, there are so many of them. And they have compiled such a vast, in-depth literature. And this is a wealth of the world, but somehow the Gaudiya Vaishnavas realize the value of it, and they go for it, and they study this topmost, super excellent literature, Gaudiya Vaishnava literature. Okay, we'll move a little faster. Krishna and Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are Supreme Personalities of Godhead. You know that, Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. And Srimad Bhagavatam, this is a Paribhashit Sutra, foundational statement from Bhagavatam, establishing supremacy of Sri Krishna. Iti Chamsha Kalapam Sam Krishna Bhagavana Swayam. And then, Krishna's 64 qualities are described in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami. And of 64, 50 qualities are found in living entities, 5 additional qualities only found in Brahma and Shiva. Additional 5 qualities found in different incarnations of the Lord, but there are additional 4 qualities found only in Krishna, and they are his Leela Madhurya, his Venu Madhurya, his Prema Madhurya, his Rupa Madhurya. I'm not going to translate that. The verse is there from Chaitanya, from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And you know this, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahe Anya. Radha and Krishna combined, and that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so they are super excellent. And then the Mahaprabhu has become Mahavadanyaya, most magnanimous, and now his name is Krishna Chaitanya Namne, and is a golden form. And okay, so they are super excellent lords that Gaudiya Vaishnavas worship. They worship Krishna, Brajendranandan, Krishna, Vrindavan Krishna, Krishna in Vrindavan, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is also in Golok, Navadvip part. Then Hare Krishna Maha Mantras, of all the mantras, This is a super excellent mantra. Kali Santana Upanishad. You can see this is from Yajurved. Yajurved's Upanishad, Kali Santana Upanishad, talking of this mantra with the 16 names can destroy all the faults of the age of Kali. And Chaitanya Bhagavat, okay, this is not Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Lord himself said, Prabhu kahe, kahilang ei maha mantra iha japa giya kare sabe kariya nirbandha. Just chanting of this holy name is enough to break all the bonds and attain the perfection. And some more glories of this super excellent Hare Krishna mantra in Ananta Sanhita, and Nama Sadhana, and you become Siddha, and as you attain Siddha, you attain perfection in chanting, then you go to the abode of, each mantra has a mantra devata. So Hare Krishna Mahamantra's mantra devata is Radha Krishna. So perfection of chanting, meaning you attain Radha Krishna, or you attain abode where Radha Krishna reside. So we'll not deal with, here you see, Tukaram Maharaj ki Jai. He has boarded, he's in the back of Garuda, and he's heading towards Golok as he has attained the perfection, chanting the holy names of the Lord. And victory, Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Sankirtan Andolan, Sankirtan movement, this Gaudiya Vaishnavism is a super excellent and victory to the Mahamantra. And so Gaudiya Vaishnavism is Krishna consciousness that Prabhupada gave to the whole world. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. And while as he was...
Maharaj?
Yes, should I...
Before we get to the last part, do you feel you'll have time to take any questions? Should we invite people, or?
I could skip the rest. I kind of have come to conclusion there.
No. Let's just announce that we can take some questions, a few questions, and then people can type them into the comment box while you're going over the last part.
Okay.
Just they can comment and we'll be able to see them. And so you continue, and then when you're finished, we'll see what questions are there.
All right. So there are 7 petals, you see, so these are 7 purposes of ISKCON. So if we study them closely, we will see how the super excellence of Gaudiya Vaishnavism is incorporated into those 7 purposes. Super excellence of the scriptures, or super excellent Gaudiya sampradaya, or super excellent abode Golok Dham, and like that. Hey, not moving. Just one second.
Yes.
Okay, so ISKCON's ideology is Achintya Bheda Bhed Tattva, which we have described. ISKCON Parampara is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya. And I will not get into this. This shows whole Parampara and our connection, our Gaudiya Vaishnav's connection with Lakshmipati Tirth, who was a Madhva Acharya, Madhva line. And ISKCON is, we are Rupanugas, we are Prabhupada Nugas, who was Rupanuga, who is Rupanuga. Our destination is Golok. and Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, which is Golok, and Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, which is Golok, and all literature, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrit, books are the basis. This is also for excellent treasure, scriptures that we have given to further explain Gaudiya Vaishnava's super excellence. And these are the founding fathers of Sankirtan movement. Sankirtanaika Pitaro Kamalaya Taksho Vishwambharo, like that. And Sankirtan is all that we do. And we chant Hare Krishna, we are Kirtan mellows, and thank you. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Very well.
That was quite a journey into the whole realm. I mean, in an hour and a few minutes, you get beginning to the end. You know, from the Vedas, all from the roots, from the sampradayas, all the way up through to ISKCON. And so it was really, really good. I mean, I think we can all try to absorb these specific dimensions, these 9 dimensions that you've given us.
I could share also this PPT. If someone interested, or if you are able to pass this on to them.
That'd be wonderful. All of these broadcasts are going to be turned into articles as well. They are on our YouTube and Facebook channels, but we would like to create special articles that will be there for posterity. And if you can share the slides, that would be fantastic. People, I think, would really appreciate that. So let's see if we have any questions. Can we access this PowerPoint? Well, already the answer is there. And we hear, Madhva Sampradaya. I don't know. I mean, there are various people in Madhva Sampradaya. What would be your response to that, Maharaj?
I have heard that Madhva Sampradaya do not accept ISKCON is true. No, not at all. I mean, we were, that Acharya who just departed in us last year, he was a great admirer and follower. I mean, I'm a great admirer. I was there a few years ago. In fact, we went with our Padayatra party from Dwarka to Mayapur, and there was a grand reception from Madhva at Udupi, and we were the guests, and they were hosting us, and no, this is not right. This is not true.
Not at all. I think Pedro Swami, I believe
that's the name. That's the name. Yeah, Pejawar Swami was.
Yes, wonderful. Since what do we have here? Is it by chance that we have come into the contact of the Gaudiya Sampradaya?
Well, we don't believe in chance or accident. It is by arrangement.
Krishna somehow favors us.
Oh yeah, that's what we hear, right? Brahmanda Brahmite Kon Bhagyavan Ji Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. So Lord makes some of us Bhagyavan, fortunate, and that is how we come to Gaudiya Sampradaya. That is how we end up in Mayapur. That is how we get to read Chaitanya Charitamrits. And those who are ready now, that idea's time has come in their life. They are evolved enough.
Yep.
And you get it. You're given.
Well, we have one more question. I think we have time for just one more. Then we really need to Okay, so here we go. Philosophy is topmost, but better than philosophy is practice. Can you please explain this?
Yeah, well, what is there? Yeah, you are right. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's the perfection, and understanding.
Book knowledge, what's the use if you don't practice it, right?
Yeah, well, Krishna says, Jnana Vijnana Sahitam Brahma Karma Svabhajam. So
Yes.
philosophy is a jnana, but then we have to make that into Vigyan, means practical application.
Yeah.
Follow, otherwise you are, you may be hypocrite or you are, well.
So I want to make just one more plug here, that in addition to making sure that you're connected to the gbcspt.com website, your ministry, Maharaj, just to give you just the closing words, to tell us a little bit about the ministry and how people can connect.
Yeah, well, finally, GBC's, we have so many ministries in ISKCON, but could you imagine that Hare Krishna movement did not have a Kirtan ministry? So what is Kirtan? What is a Sankirtan movement without Kirtan ministry? So finally, there ISKCON has a Kirtan ministry, and so we have a lot of things going. We have website. Yes. We have website. You could maybe. Well, we want to encourage devotees to chant Hare Krishna and or do their japa, do it attentively. So on every Ekadasi we are arranging kirtans and japa talks, or even japa retreats. And I just heard, Vaiseshika Prabhu said, he was saying that performing some activity is good or is important, but he said how you do it, how you perform that activity or service, that is even more important. So I think we all had been chanting or japa or kirtan, but then how we are doing? Are we doing